Let's make the best oat milk pancakes together, shall we? We are gonna keep this recipe really simple and basic, but also super delish. To this bowl, I'm gonna add flour. I'm using all-purpose flour here for the recipe. I'll have the measurements below the video. To the flour, I'm adding a little bit of granulated sugar. Granulated sugar in a pancake recipe helps give them that golden color that we love. I'm also using baking powder. Baking powder is what makes your pancakes really fluffy. Make sure that it's baking powder, not soda. Without it, you'll have thick pancakes unless you're making souffle pancakes, and I'll have those linked for you too. And a little bit of salt. Let's give this a good whisk, the dry ingredients, so that your baking powder is distributed in all the batter. That's it for our dry ingredients. So to the middle of the bowl, I'm going to add an egg and some melted butter. It's just a little bit, but the butter gives a delicious flavor. You can also add a little bit of vanilla too. And of course, the oat milk. Now I'm using unsweetened plain oat milk. If you have vanilla oat milk, that works too. Whenever I make pancake batter, I like to mix from the middle. So I wanna whisk that egg really well before I start combining the rest of the ingredients. And once the egg is combined into the oat milk and the butter, I start mixing the flour into it from the outside in. This helps the flour and the other ingredients incorporate into the batter without overmixing. Come close and let me show you what the batter looks like before we cook it. All right, let's cook these. I'm using a griddle to cook these pancakes. You can use a pan. I'm using some butter to grease it, but if you can't have dairy, by all means, use some spray. And once that's melted, I'm gonna pour about 1/4 of a cup of pancake batter onto the hot griddle. If easy recipes to enjoy with your family are your thing, hit that red subscribe button. I share simple and delicious recipes every single week. And once your edges are defined and you start to see bubbles forming in the middle and throughout the pancake, it's time to flip them over and cook them for another minute. Check them up close. They're thick, really fluffy, and I know they're gonna be delicious. Gone are the days where your pancakes are flat when you use oat milk. Use this recipe for your next oat milk pancake stack. Let's cut these through the middle so you can check them out. It smells like movie theater popcorn, that oat milk and butter. So good, delicious. Grab the recipe to these and much more below this video. See you next time.